This video is going to show you how to do a three-dimensional box using two vanishing points. So we've learned about vanishing points in the past, but we've only learned how to use one vanishing point. We've done that when we've drawn a hallway or a room or a road or something like that. This time we're going to do two vanishing points. Okay, so you're each going to get a piece of paper with this stripped tape to the back of it. And you'll also notice you have two dots on the strip. These are your vanishing points. And then on your paper, you have one dot that we've already placed for you. These three dots are what is going to help you to get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is the front corner of our box. So you're going to use that dot that's already on your page, and you're going to draw a line that goes up and down, so a vertical line that goes from your dot all the way to the bottom of your page, just like that. Okay, now I would recommend pausing the video after each step and do each step and then start the video from where you left off. So draw your vertical line and then you can start your video again. The next step is to do the top edge of our box. So you're going to find one vanishing point, it doesn't matter which one. So you're going to line your ruler up with one vanishing point and that top point of your vertical line. So you're going to draw the line all the way from the point to the vanishing point, and then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to line the ruler up with the dot and my other vanishing point, and I'm going to draw a line all the way across. Next, we're going to do the bottom edge of our box. Those lines that we just did were the top edge, and now we're going to do the bottom edge. So we're going to use our bottom part of our vertical line, which is just the edge of the paper, and our one vanishing point. And again, we're going to draw our line all the way from one to the other. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So now you have the top edge of your box and the bottom edge of your box, and then this is going to be the front corner of your box. Now we want to do the sides of our boxes. So the easiest way to do this is to line our ruler up with the edge of our paper, and then just draw a line that goes from our top line to our bottom line. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. Line my ruler up with the edge of my paper, and then draw a vertical line that goes from the top of my box to the bottom of my box. Now we need to make the back edge and the top of our box. So this time it gets a little complicated, but you're going to use this corner that you made when you just made your vertical line. I'll put a little dot in each of them so they're a little easier to see. So now we're going to line our ruler up with one corner, and then we're going to use the vanishing point on the opposite side, and we're going to draw a line from, I'll say, the right corner to the left vanishing point, and then the left corner to the right vanishing point. You want to make sure that when you're using your ruler, you really want to press down hard so that your ruler doesn't wiggle. So now we're going to go back and we're going to erase our extra lines just to keep it from getting confusing. Okay, there's box number one. Now we're getting started on box number two. So you're going to see we're going to repeat a lot of steps. So now we're going to make another vertical line. So I want to use this vertical line that I already have to help me to make sure that my next vertical line is straight. So I'm going to line my ruler up with the vertical line that's already there, and I'm going to start another vertical line kind of in the middle of box number, I'm going to call this box number 1, kind of on the top middle of box number 1. So I'm just going to go up a few inches, kind of about to the middle of my page, and this is going to be the front corner of box number 2. Okay. The next step is to do the top edge of our box. Again, if you want to make points on the vertical line that you just made to help you find it, you can do that. We're going to use one of our vanishing points, line it up with the top of our line, and now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Find the top of our line and our other vanishing point, draw a line connecting the two. And now we're going to do the bottom of our box. So we're going to line the bottom of our vertical line up with our one vanishing point, and then again the bottom of our line with our other vanishing point. Okay, now I need to go back and I need to make the sides again. So again, I'm going to use the vertical lines that I've already made. And where I want to put this line, I'll just show you. You can see that there's 2 points on this box. You can see it makes almost an X. That's actually where you want this line to be. So if it's in line with the side, you can use the side like I suggested, but mine is actually over a little bit, so I'm going to move it over a little bit further than I had originally planned. And the reason I use this X is because if I made my line too far over, the box is going to look like it's floating. So if you use that X, or even make it a little smaller than the X, it's going to keep the box from appearing to be floating. Okay, now I'm going to go back again, and I'm going to erase any extra lines that I don't need. Now this time I'm also going to go back and I'm going to erase these lines that are inside the box so that my box doesn't look see-through. Okay, now I have 2 boxes. Now I'm just going to do one more. This is box number 3. So just like before, we're going to need to start with the front corner of our box. So we'll do a vertical line. You can use this line again to help you if you want to put it there, or just kind of eyeball it. I'm going to move mine over a little bit, not quite so wide, so I can still see that my ruler is straight. I don't want to draw it this way. I want to make sure that my ruler is still in line with my vertical line, even though I'm not lining it up completely. So this is going to be the front corner of box number 3. So again, I'm making a point on the top of the line just so I can see it a little bit better. And now I'm going to do my front edges. So again, I'm using my right vanishing point, lining it up with the top of the line, connecting the dots. And then at the top of my vertical line again with the other vanishing point. Okay, so now I have the top corner of my box, and now this time from the angle that I'm looking at the boxes, I actually can't see the bottom edge of this box, so I'm just going to skip over that step completely. So now all I need to do for this box is to make the sides. So again, I'm going to kind of line it up, use my vertical line as a ruler. I don't want to make it crooked. I want to make sure my ruler is nice and straight. And then I'm going to just draw a line from the top edge of my box down to box number 2. Same thing over here. Make sure my ruler is nice and straight. I'm going to go from the top edge of my box down to box number 2. And now I'm going to go and erase those extra lines. There's not as many extra lines this time. Okay, so now my boxes are complete. Now I just need to go back and add some details. So one detail that I think is fun is a ribbon or a bow. Okay, so we're gonna start with the ribbon on the bottom box. So this is a pretty big box, so I actually wanna make a horizontal ribbon. So to do that, you're gonna make 2 dots on that very first vertical line that you made. You can make them anywhere. What this is gonna be the thickness of your bow. Excuse me, the thickness of your ribbon. So again, you're gonna make 2 dots anywhere on that line. You're gonna, just like before, draw a line from 1 dot on that line to the vanishing point. And now this time, just so I don't have so many lines to erase, I'm gonna start on the edge of my box rather than go all the way to the edge of the paper. But if you wanna go all the way to the edge, you can do that. Okay, now I'm gonna do the same thing to make the bottom of this ribbon. I'm gonna use my vanishing point and the bottom dot that I made. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so this is the horizontal ribbon for the bottom box. Now I'm going to do these top 2 boxes with vertical ribbons, so ribbons that go up and down. So this box number 2, I'm just going to use my ruler to help me make it. So I'm going to find the middle of box number 2. I'm going to line my ruler up and down, and I'm going to use one side of my ruler to make a line, and then the other side of the ruler to make a line. Same thing over here. One side of the ruler to make a line, and then the other side. Okay, now we just need to do the top box. So this one, I don't want to make the ribbon quite as wide. Okay, so there are my ribbons. Now the next step is to make a bow. So you can do any kind of bow that you want. You can do a bow like as if you were to tie your shoes, a bow that looks like that. You can do a bow that's a little puffier. Totally up to you. So I'm going to try to make a bow as if it's a tie in my shoes. So this, we're not going to use our ruler because we're going to kind of eyeball it a little bit. So I'm also going to make some, I want it to look like the ribbon is kind of hanging over the edge of the box. Okay, and then I'm going to go back and I'm just going to erase just the top of the box so it looks a little bit more realistic. Okay, there we go. Our box is done, and in the next video I'm going to show you how to color it in.